Hey guys, Chris from NCG here, and today we're talking some ban list talks. So let's discuss the list first of all. Kieran is banned now. Tower Neptune, Emptiness, all banned. At 1, Rescue Cat, Maxi, Brain Control, Imperial Order, sorry, and Future Fusion. Also, Brain Control, yeah. At 2 is Wisdom Eye, Rapier, and Kaiju Slumber. At 3 is Sangan. Also at 1 is Bryonic in the extra deck. So let's talk about the impacts this has in decks and in the meta in general. What deck will be the best, or decks, what deck, if any, will be completely unplayable. So let's start going card by card. Kieran. Metal Foes. This is an instant hit the Metal Foes. The actual pure Magispector deck is still perfectly playable. It's a perfectly good anti-meta choice. Can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, as discussed in my video a couple of weeks ago. Deck still absolutely up there. The Kieran hit does absolutely nothing. It was a pure Magispector deck, did not focus on Kieran whatsoever. It was back row. However, Metal Foes tagging in the Magispector engine, it needed Kieran. It is a hit to Metal Foes. Well, I'll discuss them in a minute. Tower Neptune, that's a preemptive hit. We do not have the fusion card that makes this card good, so no loss there, no change in the meta because of this card. Vanity's Emptiness. Konami, this was a really, really good move. However, banning it and bringing back Imperial Order, even if it is errated in your eyes to be more fair, this is incredibly stupid. Like, why would you try and make things better by banning Emptiness to bring back Imperial Order? Like, I'm not going to get into discussion of what card's better between these two. It's completely up to you. But a Cancerous Floodgate replaced with a Cancerous Floodgate. Like, no. That just takes away all the good work that you did by banning Emptiness. Like, no. Rescue Cat. This errata is that the beasts it summoned are negated. So right away, I like Pyro Cerberus. But that's like a 4-card engine you would play, or like a 3-card engine you could play 2 Cerberus. That's not very good. There's no decks that really play Pyro Cerberus by itself anyway. Medulce is really the only deck off the top of my head that will play this to make the Invoker, to get the Message Gelato, the blah blah blah. I don't think there's any deck, like maybe the Raccoon deck could play it. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below if you thought of any decks that actually get a big boost by this card. Other than just nostalgia, I'm not sure this card's going to see much play. Maxi! This is a video in itself to discuss why this card's at 1. Not 0, not 2, not 3, 1. You'll see this card even less, although knowing people's luck, your opponent will have this card all the time now because it's at 1. So the sack factor has definitely went up, which upsets a lot of people. And I completely agree. With the card at 1, it is far more sacky. It is like it should be at none probably. I'm not going to discuss it too much, but I think it should be at none if it's anything. Imperial Order. This is the cancerous floodgate. Negate all spells. The only thing is you have to take 700 life points each standby phase. In this meta, getting rid of your own cards, because all the metas have really promoted you blowing up your own shit. So getting rid of this card is absolutely no problem. The only thing they've did is taken the off switch off the card, and the way the game has evolved so much, that is absolutely no problem. Imperial Order should not come back in its errated form. It should have got errated even harder, or just never came back. Like, Imperial Order is such a good card. It'll probably be played in every single deck, similar to how Emptiness was. Although Paleozoic, if I can click on it, Paleozoic get a boost by this because it's a trap card, obviously, and they play lots of back row anyway. But Metal Foe do get hurt by this, so they get Imperial Order comes back, and Kieran gets banned. Imperial Order, they can still set Pendulum Scales and Pendulum, but the Metal Foes themselves can't use their effects to pop, and they can't use Fusion, blah blah blah. So that's really good. A lot of decks get hurt by this card. It's not fair. Should not come back. Future Fusion, instantly Infernoid. Future Fusion's new text says that it operates over the next 2 standby phases. So you activate it, wait a turn. Next standby phase, send all the fusion materials to the grave. Standby phase after, the monster hits the board. So You put your opponent on the clock. In Infernoid, you say, "Hello, opponent. This is my Future Fusion. You have one turn to kill me or get rid of the Future Fusion, or you die." Because all of my, I basically lawn mowed all of the Infernoid from my deck. So all my draws from then on are going to be really good, like power spells or attack cards. Like, that is such a good play. It could be really cute and play it in ABC to reveal Chimera Tech. If I can get Chimera Tech, reveal a Cyber Dragon, and then send all your ABCs to the graveyard so you can summon Triple Buster. Probably not, it's just a little cute play I thought of when I was looking through the cards. Bringing Control in a slow format, this card is godly. And the current formats, you can't use it against Infernoid because they can't be normal summoned or set. Even Decatron will mimic an Infernoid, so it can't be burning controlled. So it's not really got many uses, this format, against the Paleozoic deck. Against Pendulum, it could maybe get something off, but there's too many hms and has. This card is fine right now, it just has the potential to become really good, which I don't like. This card should never have come back. None of these cards should get rattled. It should have been banned and new cards came out in their place. But that's a different discussion. Brain Control, not relevant right now, but will have the potential to become so at one point in time. Wisdom Eye, this does absolutely nothing because the problem with the Magician deck was not Wisdom Eye at 1, it was Pendulum Call at 1. So you will not see a rise in Magician decks other than people trying to play the deck. This does not increase its competitive value whatsoever. Momarat or Brat Pier at 2 is quite a talking point. It is possible to still do the Trident Emerald board just by normal summoning a rat. So you've went from about 12 ways to make that board down to 5 because you're playing 3 tanky, 2 rat. So it's less consistent. You won't be playing a pure Zodiac deck right now, or at least it won't be anywhere near as consistent or as powerful as it was before. I would probably tack it in Zodiac because you can play the Zodiac engine to search the low scale, which is still invaluable. Still being able to play a searchable low scale is still absolutely invaluable. You can play the high scale as well. You can play King Bear, Perform Level King Bear, but I think it'll be splashing as an engine with decks like Metafo. There are other decks, obviously, but that'll be the main deck because it doesn't really mind about 2 rat. But splashing in everything anymore, no, that's gone. It'll see play in a couple of decks, but I still think it will see play, particularly when Maximum Crisis hits, with the rat loop is still live because of Lycra when it comes out. So until Maximum Crisis, pure Zodiac deck is not possible. Well, by the looks of it, it's not possible. Someone somewhere will break it, but on first sight, it's not possible. Interrupt the Kaiju Slumber. This will probably still be a side deck. 2 Slumber, 3 Kaijus maybe. It's made it less common to be used. This card is tremendous. It was probably one of the best cards last format, or the format ending. This card is really, really good. Probably should have went to 1 or banned. Like 2's a bit, but it'll definitely still see play. The 5, 6-ish Kaiji engine is still a really solid side deck choice. And lastly, the card I'm most excited about is Sangan. Sangan's errata says that the card that you search cannot be used that turn. The effects of it, sorry. So if you search like a low scale in Metafo, you can still place it in the scale and use it as a scale. You can't use it as effects. But however, it will search Maxi, it will search DD Crow, it will search the Ghost hand traps. It searches a lot of shit. So when you play Metafo and you pop it, it actually becomes like a trap searcher. So it searches your one Maxi. So you make your board of like RIP Kieran, don't get to play him anymore, Alkaheist or Cyber Dragon Affinity or Trident or whatever else. Pop Sangan, Maxi. Like, that's really solid. Right, I'm definitely playing my 2 or 3 Sangan in my Metafo deck because it's a level 3, so you can make Invoker as well. Sangan I think's too good. Like DD Crow, it's a really, really good side deck anyway against Paleozoic and stuff like that. So just being able to search that. In the Metalfoot deck, it effectively went from 2 Maxi to 4. Like, that's pretty good. So I'm definitely going to be playing that. It's up to you if you do or not. Lastly, Bryonic. First thing that comes to mind is Mermail. Bryonic's errata is that you can only choose your opponent's cards, you can only do it once per turn. So it's a lot more balanced. You can't bounce your shit back and reuse it and everything. The thing that made Bryonic really busted, it wasn't the return the cards stuff, it wasn't discarding, it was literally bouncing your own shit back to mass recycling. Way too good. That's really all I can play it. Like level 6, anything you make a level 6 synchro probably will play it because it is really a really solid card. Even in its errata form, it's just nowhere near as busted as it once was. So let's talk about a bit more in depth about sort of best decks. So Metafo plays Zodiac to get Draconia. You can play Tour Guide because some Metafo decks already play Tour Guide to bring out Archfiend Eccentric. But you got Fuzzball, so you can play up to 6 copies of Maxi, or 5 copies of Maxi, sorry. So more Maxis. That's not bad. Tour Guide seems interesting. Probably the best decks, however, in my opinion, will be the Infernoid. Not because of Future Fusion, that's just a big help, but because Infernoid was one of the best decks before this list dropped. And now it's untouched. Its greatest opponent, probably Zodiac, is now heavily hit. I won't say dead because the deck's got too much potential to be dead. Someone will break it somehow. But Infernoid and Paleozoic. Paleozoic just fresh off a YCS win. The deck's looking strong. It's got a good list going forward. Not sure it'll play the Backjack and Fiend Griefing anymore because Fiend Griefing was mostly for shuffling back like rats and other problematic cards. And then it just gets a really good plus off Backjack. I'm not sure they'll play that anymore, but Paleozoic is still a really good card. I think that'll be the top 2 decks. However, there will be contenders, ABC and DDD. They're both in the same category because they were both decks that were tier 1, maybe low or high tier 2, before Raging Tempest dropped. So that's really good. Obviously you've got Eidolon in there as well, some sort of Eidolon variant. You can mix it with Zoo, Eidolon Zoo to bring that deck back. I actually forgot to put Eidolon in here. Eidolon's only just dropped into my head there. Shame. But Eidolon, you can play it with Zoo or any other stuff. So Eidolon, ABC to go along with Infernoid and Paleozoic to be the absolute best decks. Like I said, Magispector doesn't get hurt by this list at all. So that's sort of discussed what the best decks could be. Countering the best decks, DD Crow, that hits like so many of those matchups. Infernoid, it does little, but if you use it precisely and a well-timed one, could end the game there and then. Really hurts Paleozoic, really hurts ABC, really hurts DDD. DD Crow will be really good. Lancia is fantastic against Infernoid. Against Paleozoic, I'm pretty sure, because they have to banish the summon, do they not? Or something like that. Or no, it's banish release of field, so that's not very good. No, Lancia's not very good against Paleozoic. But like against Infernoid, against ABC, against DDD, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it's Lancia. But definitely Necro Valley. It's not confirmed we're getting the errata. The errata is that you're not allowed to move cards from the graveyard anywhere else, basically. If we get that errata, this card becomes the best floodgate this format. Infernoid can't do shit. Well, it couldn't do shit in our Necro Valley anyway, but like Paleozoic can't bring traps back. Like you just cannot touch the graveyard. You can't do it. You cannot move them from the graveyard. Clown, Glow Up Ball, things that revive themselves, cannot summon anymore. But currently, until we know otherwise, we have the old text in Necro Valley, which is still really, really good. So yeah, that was just a sort of quick dip into what the format could look like this after the list drops. If you get any more to add to it, please let me know. I do want to hear people's opinions. But yeah, this is Chris from NCG signing out.